Welcome to a special event here at Gombrowicz Racing. As we gear up for Season 6, we bring you a non-championship exhibition, the 1.4 Hours of Daytona. This GBR presentation is brought to you by Live Racers. For all your online racing league management needs, including live timing, monitoring best laps, displaying race results, running championships, or comparing driver statistics, go to liveracers.com. Let's go down the starting lineup based on qualifying. Jeff, aka Stinky, will take the pole. As we look through the rest of the lineup here. So Daytona Road Course is a 3.5 mile circuit. It's built into the tri-oval, and there's 2 points on this circuit where you go to the infield. So it makes for a very challenging course. We're going to start this race at 5 o'clock in the evening virtual time. And we'll run it through the night, and we'll eventually end at dawn. So 1.4 hours is 84 minutes. So we expect it to be about 47 to 48 laps. We have an excellent turnout today. 21 drivers will start on the grid. So this will be the longest V8 Supercar race we've held to date. We may see more of this as we approach Season 6. So let's head on down to the start-finish line. They'll begin just before the banking. Waiting for the green light. And here we go. And a lot of tire smoke coming off the line. Looks like Robbie Racer got a slow start. He'll drop several positions. Kevin, Juliet, and Stinky go side by side. And Juliet will take the lead with Jeff, aka Stinky, close behind. Gotta get used to calling him Jeff now. And we got a tight battle mid-pack here between Hawks, Helios, and Custom. And that's Vaughn just in front of him there. They go through the infield here, and it looks like Custom gets into the back of Hawks. Hawks had to let up just a little bit to avoid hitting the rear of Vaughn, spun him out, and Custom will drop to the back of the pack. And as they come back out onto the oval section of the track, these cars will go upwards of 180 miles per hour. And they will utilize the draft, which looks like Jeff is doing just that, holding the line down low, and he will slip by and take the lead as they come through the bus stop. Everybody weaves through. So far, a fairly clean race. And that's at Durbin. Got a little bit too tight there to the corner and got stuck a little bit in the grass, but he'll get back underway. So Jeff Hooper is pulling out about a 1 second lead. And this is Boza, Sweeney, going side by side, and he'll get around Boza. He's on board with Smokey, I believe. Actually, I apologize, that's Phanimus. And we're on lap 2. Boza goes wide. He's going to drop down to 5th as Phanimus moves up a spot. So Phanimus started 9th in this race. Unfortunately, our qualifying had to be reset due to a couple restarts early on. So after just a little over a lap, Phanimus has already moved up several spots. And this is Helios, gets sideways, gets into the side of Dan Wheat, and he spins out. And whoa, just about takes out Neverender. It's able to get back on course. Here's a replay. This is on board with Hawks here. See, they're racing side by side, and Helios just lost the back end a little bit, and unfortunately took out Wheat in the process. And this is Sweeney trying to get another spot over Kevin Juliet. This is for second. And Sweeney will take the position. A real tight battle shaping up here towards the back of the pack. Got about a 6-car battle going on here. This is Wheat, Neverender, 10 Bear, Vaughn Killer, newcomer Snappy. Snappy goes off, loses his front end bumper, comes back on track. Custom gets into the back of him. So, a little welcoming to GVR here, but looks like everybody is back underway. And this is up towards the front of the pack. Everybody zips through the bus stop. And Phantomus continues to move up, trying to take another position. This is for third against Juliet, who continues to drop back. And he will take advantage of the draft. Oh, gets into the side of him just a little bit. And then Juliet gets into the back of Phantomus and sends him into the wall. So I'm not sure if that was a little payback for the bump on the side there, or if it was purely an accident. But Phantomus is somehow able to get back into third. And now Boza wants into the action, and that's Smokey right behind him as well. So this has allowed a couple of the other cars to move up as these two battle on. And as I said, Boza smells blood, and he's going to try to take that position from Juliet, who may have a little bit of damage from that bump earlier. And it looks like he will get by as they go down this banked straight. And indeed he will. That'll move Boza up to fourth. And lap 9, our leader, Jeff Hooper. And it looks like he is going to pit, a fairly early pit stop. As the lights come on. And it looks like Sweeney and Phantomus will move into the lead. And it looks like Sweeney's starting to struggle with his tires as well. Little brake lock up, got a little wiggle around the corner. And Phantomus is gaining ground here. And Sweeney goes wide again, really struggling with the handling. And Phantomus, who's used to these long endurance type races, he gets a little loose, but holds his position, and he will take the lead. So nice bit of driving by both these guys. And what's this? Boza has run out of fuel. He was running a great race. And it looks like 10 Bear is going to try to push him around the track to get him to the pits. Oh no, but unfortunately Boza is now stuck in the dirt. Yep, he's not going to get him out of there. Unfortunately, Boza's race is done. That is a shame. As you can see, it continues to get darker and darker out here. And this is Robbie Racer. It's loose. Going to try to turn around. This is a really dangerous corner here as they come out of the bus stop section. And Custom slams into the back of Robbie Racer, destroys the front end of that car, and his race is done. Not a great spot for Robbie to try to get back on the track. And there's a battle for 13th between Old Slow Fred and Vaughn Killer. Vaughn's had a nice race thus far, and as I say that, he goes wide, slides into the wall, and that will allow Fred to take that position. Helios is starting to struggle a bit with his tires. Word is he's running the intermediate, so he'll be a little bit slower out there, but his tires should last a bit longer than some of the other drivers using softs. Sweeney and F1, or I'm sorry, Dale Green. I'm gonna get used to calling everybody by their names here. Are closing in, and Sweeney easily gets around Helios, as does Dale. So Helios may want to consider making a pit stop. And this is Jeff Hooper. He's got a little bit fresher tires, but he is going to pit again. He again had the lead, so this is his second pit stop, and that allows Phantomus to take the lead once again. So these two keep swapping positions here, so I think it's going to come down to pit strategy and tire management. And this is old Rusty Belly, who has had some troubles today, and as I say that, he goes sideways, hits the wall hard. Hopefully he can get that out of there. They may have to call a tow truck to pull him out of there. And this is our helicopter cam three-way battle between Juliet, Cooper, and Helios. Great camera angle. Looking to the outside, he can brake very late, and as you can see, easily overtakes Juliet. That'll move him up, has much fresher tires as well. And this is Sweeney, currently in second, working through some lap traffic, and comes into contact with Vaughn and spins out. So trying to work through some lap traffic, and he will lose a couple positions. It gets tough later in the race. The guys are getting tired, tires are getting slippery, judgment starts to be hindered just a bit. And again, this is a view from the bus stop. Looks like Ten Bear's trying to work his way out of the dirt there. And this is Seahawks and Juliet. And they've got a nice race going here. On board with Hawks, trying to take advantage of that slipstream. You can see the different racing line that they both take. Hawks went wide, and Juliet locks him up a bit. And now they're side by side, going through the horseshoe, and Seahawks will move up to fifth. So Juliet continues to struggle on the straights. I think he may have a little more downforce than some of the other drivers. In the top five, Phantomus first, Jeff Hooper in second, Dale Green third, Pat Sweeney in fourth, and Seahawks in fifth. And you can see the cars coming around. And this is Phantomus exiting the pits. That is only a second pit stop. And he comes out in the lead. And you can see the gap. There's Hooper. So he's got about a 5-6 second lead over Hooper at the moment. We'll see how it plays out. There's a cool shot of the Ferris wheel all lit up. And Hooper continues to close in on Phantomus. Phantomus has been able to look after those tires a little bit better than all the other drivers. This is where Jeff is really good on these straight stretches and around the oval. And he the time being. But Fanimus still has fresh tires, and I think he's working the strategy to see if he can make them last the rest of the race. And we're in Fanimus. This is on board with Fanimus, working through some lap traffic. That's Dan Wheat just in front of Jeff. And Jeff has to lock him up a little bit, goes off into the grass. It's always a matter of where you come into that lap traffic, and sometimes the driver behind you can take advantage of that. And in fact, Fanimus does. Cooper not giving up. He is able to brake very late and will retake the spot before they hit the bus stop. Great battle up front here. Take advantage again of that draft. Working around Dan Wheat, and they both get around him this time. So definitely making things interesting. Ooh. Jeff locks him up a little bit. That's not going to help him later on. And this is a battle between Hawks and Smokey. This is for fourth. Hawks starting to struggle a bit with his tires. As you can see, we're definitely hitting dawn. It's daylight out there. And Smokey will move up. That'll drop Hawks back to fifth. But again, that's what makes this track so interesting. You can be passed, but if you can stay right behind them, you can take advantage of the draft and still have a chance. And Hawks is doing just that here. And Smokey hits the wall a little bit, gets sideways. And that will allow Hawks to move back into fourth. So back and forth all over the track here. And our current leader, Hooper, followed by Fanimus. And looks like Jeff is going to pit again. This is his third pit stop of the race. And we probably have about 8 laps to go, so unless Fanimus's tires completely drop off, it looks like he will win this one. And Hawk's really starting to struggle with those tires. Reports are his fuel level's too low. He's going to have to hit the pits. Smokey gets by him. Looks like Rich Minkler is going to get by him as well, so he's going to start dropping back. So we'll definitely need to hit pit road. And just wanted to mention Tony Diamond. He has had an excellent race. No incidents today. Currently running at 10th. Outstanding drive. Just probably a couple laps to go here. Fanimus has a comfortable lead. Hooper second. Green in third. Sweeney fourth. And Smokey in fifth. And we're just getting word now that Green's car just had an electrical failure. His race is over. That is horrible luck with just a couple laps to go. So the finishing order will be Fanimus, followed by Hooper, Sweeney in third, Smokey in fourth, and Rich Minkler will get a top 5. So congratulations to Fanimus. Outstanding driving today. No mistakes. Excellent tire management. He's a tough one to beat, that's for sure. Here are the results. And I want to thank you for joining us here at this GBR special event here at the 1.4 Hours of Daytona.